In this video, we're going to use a auto-ranging multimeter to measure resistance. This is the symbol for resistance, or ohms. We're going to set our dial, our auto-ranging dial, to the resistance symbol. We need to plug in our test probes, the black lead in the common, the red lead in this binding post here. You can see the ohm symbol and the ohm symbol. Unlike voltage, you need to remove the component from circuit. This is where parrot clips come into their element. Here we see the resistance of this component is 120 ohms. Let's try a different component. This component is 11 kilo ohms. This component is about 330 ohms. This resistor is about 1 kilo ohm. Here we've got a 5-volt linear regulator. A way you can test a linear regulator is working is to measure the resistance between these two legs and these two legs. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to bend these legs. So I'm just bending the legs up so I can hook my test leads onto them. So here we can see 13 mega ohms is quite a large value of resistance between these two legs. And here we have 13 kilo ohms. It's still a fair bit of resistance, but it's about an order of magnitude less. The way you have the test leads hooked up matter. Here we've got the test leads hooked up the other way around, and you can see that the multimeter is telling us that there's open circuit. On these two legs, it doesn't matter. On these two legs, if you have the probes hooked up one way or the other, it will still measure the same value. And lastly, you can see the resistance between the two outside legs. The resistance between the two outside legs matter which way you put the probes on. So there we have it. Put the red probe on the middle pin and measure for a high value resistance, and then move the ground pin to the other side and measure for a much lower value of resistance.